سأله رجل, a man asked him, قال أرأيت إن أراد رجل أخذ مالي. What do you see about a case of when a man comes to me and he wants to take my money? He's a thief, a robber, he wants to rob me. قال لا تعطيه. He said, do not give it to him. Do not give him your property. In opposition to the Western philosophy, right? Whenever someone robs you, the law enforcement tells you what? Give him whatever you have. Always give him everything, instantly. I wonder if that has anything to do with the rate of robberies and crimes. The criminals know that as soon as they pull out a weapon, the government tells the people, give the offender everything he needs. Just give it to him and don't fight back and don't challenge him and so on. The Prophet ﷺ said, لا تعطيه, don't give it to him. قال فإن قاتلني. What if he engages me in fighting? What if he fights me? قال قاتله. Said, then fight back. Right? Then fight him. قال فإن قتلني. Then he asked, what if he kills me? These are all good questions about what might happen in these interactions. What if he kills me? قال فأنت شهيد. In this case, then you are a martyr. You have attained martyrdom. You have died in a way that is pleasing to Allah Ta'ala. In terms of martyrdom, the scholars say shahada kubara. There's the great martyrdom, that's shahadatul ma'rika. It's dying on the battlefield, in legitimate jihad, fi sabilillah, seeking to make the word of Allah uppermost in the land, under the apparatus, the military system of the established ruler, in legitimate military confrontation. That's the shahada kubara or shahadat al-ma'rika, the martyrdom that is the highest level of martyrdom. And the other kinds of martyrdom, dying in a flood, dying in a fire, dying of stomach illness. In this case, dying in defense of your property, in defense of your family or yourself, your physical safety. And this is a kind of shahada, it is martyrdom, but it is of a secondary status, a lesser status than that martyrdom of the people who die on the battlefield in legitimate military confrontations. قَالَ فَإِنْ قَتَلْتُهُ. He said, what if I kill him? Meaning in the confrontation, I actually kill him. And the meaning is there without intending to do so, but that is what the confrontation has led to. قَالَ فِي النَّارِ. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, then he's in the fire. And this hadith was collected by Imam Muslim, as the Shaykh explains. And we see in it clear instruction of what to do when you are confronted. A person might say, but isn't it safer just to give him? Isn't, losing some property easier than losing your life maybe? Well, yes, if it wasn't for the fact that the men are required to take care of families. Men are required to have some preparation and have some honor to protect as they protect their families. This was known to the society before they lost their manhood, before the men became women, before the women became men, before genders were lost and all of the morals and manners and upright rujula, muru'a, manhood, integrity, all of that was lost in their chaotic struggle to find what they believed to be upright character and good behavior and freedoms and things like this. Back in the days, a man would stand on his porch with a shotgun and defend his house against any home invader and say, I am going to protect my family. And based on this, who they call the founding fathers, the original people who established the laws in America, one of their foundational rights was what? The right to bear arms. And to this day you find people who are trying to stick to that foundation. We have a right to have a gun to protect our families. And there's a National Rifle Association, and there are people still trying to hold to those original laws that enable a person to fight and defend and protect his family. So in the narration is clearly, the Prophet ﷺ has forbidden you from just giving up your wealth, and he has told you to fight, he has told you to stand your ground. This becomes more clear and more needed, more understood to be something as a necessity, not just a point of guidance, but a necessity. When you realize that if a man is weak, and people come to his house and say, let us in, and they have bad intentions, and he has a wife and 5 daughters. Now his decision to say, what can I do? I'm overcome. I have no way to defend myself. It now affects 6 women who are depending upon him to do something to defend them. And he makes no effort. He just simply lets them in. And whatever happens now happens as a result of his weakness. He could have put forth some effort. If he is unable, if he tries and is unable, then he has done his job. But a man is required to protect his property, to protect his family, to protect his home, and specifically to protect the weak, his children, his young children, and his women. They are required to be protected. The Prophet ﷺ said, وَمَنْ قُتِلَ دُونَ نَفْسِهِ فَهُوَ شَهِيد. Whoever is approached about his physical safety, encroached upon, whoever is attacked, and he is killed as a result of that, then he is a shaheed. He dies defending himself, then he is a martyr. وَمَنْ قُتِلَ دُونَ مَالِهِ فَهُوَ شَهِيد. And whoever dies while defending his property, then he is a martyr. وَمَنْ قُتِلَ دُونَ دِينِهِ فَهُوَ شَهِيد. And whoever dies defending his religion, then he is as well a martyr. That narration was collected by Imam al-Tirmidhi in his Jami', and he said about it, هَذَا حَدِيثٌ حَسَنٌ صَحِيح. This is an authentic narration. فَإِنْ اعْتُدِيَ عَلَى الْإِنسَانِ فِي مَالِهِ أَوْ حُرَمِهِ. So when a man is transgressed against as it relates to his wealth or his family, أو نفسه, or his own personal safety, فَلَهُ أَنْ يُدَافِعْ. Then he has the right to defend himself.